La familia, buenas noches. Well, what did I do today? I did my workout, and then there's always stuff to catch up on from email and messages, and I had to write my Monday motivation. I had to think about that one for a little bit today, and kind of look at my calendar, make sure I'm not missing anything, setting myself up for the week. A couple of appointments. I have some candidates for SWRA, and it's always ongoing. But I had said to myself, I'm going to go out and check out some of the specialty stores. Like I hadn't been to Organica here in my area. I did visit the one in Costa del Este. I wanted to check the Panama Clinic, and I wanted to check the Pacific Center in Paitilla. So if I go, I don't know, north, I get all turn around, like this way from where I live. And then, the road's busy. It's, when you're on foot, it's a challenge. But I had my phone and I was ready. But one of the places I wanted to visit was Sysco. Sysco is a company that I'm familiar with in the States because they service restaurants. And I don't know, I think I went to one place, I don't even think they had the public. This one is open to the public. The ones that I'm familiar with, they bring the truck. So you go online, you place your order, and then they bring it. They, back it up to where you are, and they deliver the stuff. Usually meat, potatoes, stuff, things that you may not have time to go to the store for, which was really nice. But they were a bit pricey. So I did not use them a lot. I'd go to Sam's Club, Walmart, poor people shopping, all right? But I saw in one of the chats, the WhatsApp group that I'm part of, it says that you could find Pepperidge Farms Pastry Sheets, which is what I usually use when I'm making my pastry that I fill with meat or veggies. And I'm having a party on Friday, so I thought maybe I could get a couple of boxes. Usually the box would have 2 rolls, and you would do 3, 6, 9, be 18 pâtés per box. And I was in my mind, I'm going to get 2 boxes and do the pâtés because I'm doing soup and cornbread. And I said, if I could get the pâté, that would be a little bit of a distraction, something different. So I go in there, took the bus. I had to check, on my phone because a couple of times I get on a bus that I think is going to stop there by Megapolis, and they don't. They go take another route to get to the mall, to Multiplaza. So I had to look on my phone, and it's like the one going to Corridor Sur that's going to take the highway. And I'm like, oh, but I wanted to be sure. So I got there, okay. So I got inside Sysco, and of course they have a lot of things that you're missing. They have a lot of imported beef that are vacuum packed. And it's in Paitilla, and Paitilla is the Jewish community, and it's you can smell the money. So there's a lot of convenience stuff. So beef and frozen beef patties, burgers, potatoes, you name it, they got it, okay? So it's like a little bit, a smaller version of Sam's Club, but a little bit on her higher end. So guess what? I couldn't find the pastry sheets. They didn't even have any filo dough or anything like that. So I asked the young man, he's like, no tenemos. I'm like, oh, okay. But I was able to find a big bag of green peas. I think this was like $3.25, which is an excellent price. So I got that. Good thing I had this because I was carrying it around, and I had a couple of other stops, and I'll tell you what I did. And then I found smoked paprika. I'm so excited. I think it was like $5.10. So I'm excited. So they have a lot of, when I'm ready to get the canela, cinnamon, because when I went to Reba Smith the other day, I was looking for these, like you find at Sam's Club, this size. and they didn't have it, so I bought a little bag. So when that's finished, I know where to go get it. And they have this also in red pepper flakes and all kind of spices. But of course, they don't have adobo. That's too ethnic. And then I found for my party, they have a pan that I didn't have the right bag to carry it, where the pan to put the cornbread in. So I'm going to go back and get that. And also the little cups for people to take the soup, because I'm serving soup and cornbread. So I'm going to go back. But they didn't have the pastry sheets. And then the other thing that I was so excited to get, it was a big, this kind of thing of aluminum foil. Because I've been buying like 75 square feet, and I was like, oh, this is so digging. And I don't want to worry about it. You know, when you buy like a big pack of paper towels, toilet paper, you want to forget about it. And that's what I wanted. So this was $8.95, I believe, which I think is a good price for, let's see how many. It says 12 feet, 12 inches, 250 feet. So that's pretty good, because usually you're buying 75 feet, 100 feet, 250 feet. And it doesn't even say that it's heavy duty. Papel aluminio. Aluminio is aluminum, so we gotta remember that. So I was very excited about that. So I know where to go. So with my not GPS, Google Map, and then I walked maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, and I found Organica. And it's like the same, of course, stores like that are like McDonald's, they kind of put everything the same way. But I went in there, and my goodness, the prices. So I'm like, you're not going to see me very often in this store. The only thing I saw that I would go back for, they have the multicolored quinoa. So I'm going to bite the bullet when I need it, because I can't find it anywhere in the store. So I'm going to go there. They have the container. I don't know how you open them up, but that's where I'm going to get that. And also I've been looking for plant protein. A jar like this, $52. And I said, well, Maggie, you're going to have to eat a lot more fish. I don't know. I don't think I want to pay $52 for a jar of protein powder. No. So everything is super expensive there, right? The staff in CDE were a lot nicer. They were not rude or anything, but they didn't pay you any attention. Then I just walked over, and I was in the Pacific Center, and I did another video about that. It's kind of swanky, multi-level, just crazy fancy elevators, which is nice. When you get to this wall, they tell you what's on each floor. I love that. No guessing games. You don't have to look on the thing to see where the office you're looking at. They'll say, Panama Connect is here. The food section is here. This store is there. I like that. So I went up to the 3rd floor to the food section, and I found Long Fong Pacific, because that area is called Pacific. And that's where I want to go for breakfast. That is a Chinese breakfast. When I do the food series, I'm going to go there. But on Mondays, they close at 3 o'clock, so I wasn't even tempted. And I can't have any more dumpling this week. I fasted for 3 days, and I look and I'm like, well, nothing to make any difference, so I got to go again. I meant to fast again today, but I failed. I had some leftover rice and chicken, and I ate it. Let's see, what else did they have? They have multiple restaurants there, nothing that interests me. But they had a gelato place, so I had myself an $8 small gelato. Then I was looking for the kosher, super kosher. It was in the area, but I wasn't that interested to go in there. I'm not looking for anything specifically Jewish or anything, so I think I'm good. The other place I wanted to go was a place where they sell spices, probably some type of Indian store. I think it's called Kamisi, but I'd have to go back to Cinco de Mayo, take a bus to J. Alfaro, because I think it's in the Mirage Plaza or Los Angeles. So I got to go back. Like when I'm going to Chinatown, I got to stop there first and then walk to Chinatown. So I think I did good today that I discovered where I can get certain things, and I'm excited over that. I'm pretty sure I can get the clear film also there, but this size of spices, I'm excited. But you know, if you're not a cook, you don't need to buy anything this size, right? But yeah, I'm interested about that because you know I used to love to go to Sam's. Oh, and they had the big what I used to buy to make burgers. They have these big rolls of beef, but nothing I'm interested in right now. But like I said, it reminded me of the little Sam's Club. I just took a picture of the front. I did not think of using my camera, but you get the idea. If I told you it's like a smaller version of Sam's, much smaller version of Sam's, and they don't sell clothing, you know, but just a food section. Yeah, you know, I saw a lot of better than bouillon, a lot of pepperoni slices for pizza and stuff like that. Lots of beef because people complain about the beef quality here, so they can go there and get some. But no Pepperidge Farm Pastry Sheets, and Reba Smith didn't have them either, so I have to give up on that because I am not going to be rolling, folding. It's too much work. All right. Have a good night. Enjoy your evening, your day. Thank you for tuning in and watching me. Remember, every time you watch something of me, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. All right. Au revoir. Bye. Good night. Buenas noches.